Hi Libra, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So we're going to do a quick reading for you. This is a Valentine's reading, special Valentine's reading for the channel. And what I wanted to do was a spread on the new partner. I've got a book filled with lots of love spreads, and I thought, well, wouldn't it be really good to do a love spread for Valentine's? So we're going to look at the new partner. We're going to look at whether you're going to meet a new partner in the next 6 months. Now, for the reading, firstly, we're going to use the Dark Mansion Tarot, and for any clarifiers, we're using the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, okay? So, firstly, what we do is we shuffle the deck and we ask if you're going to meet a new partner in the next 6 months. Now, the first card that comes off the top of the deck will answer yes or no. I only deal with yes or no. Even if it's a maybe, I treat the maybe as a no, okay? It's got to be definitely a yes to go to a yes, okay? Anything other than a yes is going to be a no for me. All right, now if it's a yes, we then ask in question 2, what will the person be like, or who will they be? Question 3, will you be satisfied in the relationship? Question 4, what you could do to make the relationship successful? And question 5, any advice for the relationship, or can it show us the outcome? If no, then we go to, is it better for Libra to stay single during this time? Number 3, what you could do to get to know a new partner. Number 4, what you could change in yourself to be more attractive. Or no, I'm going to change that question. What you could change within yourself to attract in a partner. And question 5, any advice for further seeking a new partner. Okay, hope that makes sense, guys. Let's get on with the reading. Okay, so Universe Spirit, show me, will Libra meet a new partner within the next 6 months? Will Libra meet a new partner within the next 6 months? Show me. Okay. Let's have a look. So we've got our card there, and we're going to have a look at what that card is. So will you meet a new one? Strength. Yeah. You are going to meet someone within the next 6 months. Okay. So let's have a look at the follow-on questions. Great. So, what would the person be like that Libra meets, Universe? What would this person be like that, oh, that one wanted to jump out, just jumped. So that's what the person's going to be like, or this will be who they are. And can you show me, will Libra be satisfied with this relationship? Will Libra be satisfied with this relationship? Okay, there we go. There we are. And what can Libra do to make this relationship succeed, or to make sure that it evolves in a good way? Oh, right. That wants to flip out, so we've got that one there. And finally, any further advice for this relationship, or can you see anything in terms of an outcome? Show me. Depends on how the reading goes, really, that we look at whether we need advice or whether we need to look at the outcome of the situation. All right, let's have a look then, Libra, for you. Right, so we had strength and it was a yes, all right? And so who would this person be, or what would they be? Well, it's nice. I mean, the person could be a Leo, doesn't have to be. We have the sun. But what I like about the sun energy is that this person seems to have a very positive outlook with the sun energy. I feel that this person is extraordinarily confident. And, you know, when you get the sun energy, some people could look at that as a card about ego, and they may have a bit of an ego. Who knows? Because when some people can be overly confident, and but the sun is not being aspected. It's not kind of like there are no positions here as such. So this isn't a challenge position or anything like that. The sun on its own for me is a card about somebody who is confident, they're happy, they're enthusiastic, they're positive. I get the impression with the sun that they could be quite young, possibly in terms of age, but possibly 20s, 30s. But also as an older person, I think that they would probably have either quite a younger outlook as an older person, or they're just going to have a really positive, optimistic outlook with the sun energy, because the sun is all about being positive, it's about being optimistic, it's about being happy, it's about being satisfied. This person probably tends to laugh a lot. This person may, I'm getting somebody who may be not fat, but slightly kind of overweight. They've got really nice kind of rosy cheeks, potentially. Not for all of you, I'm not saying that. And you know, some people like a larger person, who knows. But I'm getting somebody who just enjoys life. This person may like to travel as well, with the sun energy showing here. This person could come from a really hot place. They might come from abroad. So from a country that is outside of your own. It may be somebody somewhere really, really warm as well. I'm getting with the sun energy that this person sees possibilities where there is failure. So anything that's kind of like, this person likes a challenge, because even if something looks like it can't be achieved, this person with the sun energy, there is nothing that stands in this person's way. They don't feel defeated. They're extraordinarily positive, and where there looks like there is no potential, there is always potential for this individual. I'm getting somebody who's very, very successful as well with the sun energy. I'm getting somebody who's quite magnetic. I'm getting someone that everybody likes. Everybody likes this individual with the sun energy. I'm getting somebody also who's highly popular as well. A lot of people are drawn to this person. Very handsome, very good looking. A lot of people very, very drawn to this person who shows as being the sun. They're recognized by a lot of people as well. Showing here, person very successful in the field that they work in as well. This person may work for an enterprise, a social enterprise. They could work for an enterprise where you don't wear suits. It's a white collar place, but it's not a. It's the it's a place like Google, or a place like a place where people kind of do these barefoot speeches and stuff like that. It's quite a liberalist environment. So I'm getting that they probably work in a very liberalist environment as well. Let's have a look at, will you be satisfied in the relationship? Oh, why have we got that? Now that's like Scorpio. Scorpio had a really good person showing up. They had a wild card showing up for the person, and yet they were the Ten of Swords with this person. But it was more about how they felt about themselves. Let's have a look at why we've got the Nine of Swords. So there's obviously some worry here. It's not to say that you're worried about them as such. This might be something to do with you, because the Nine of Swords is often about having an internal worry or an internal fear. It's more about what's going on in your head rather than anything else. Why is Libra showing us feeling that being the Nine of Swords concerning this individual? Why is Libra showing us being the Nine of Swords? Right, that wants to come out. I'm going to get another card with that. Give me another card with that, please. Let's have a look. And look, you've got the Nine of Swords on the bottom of the deck as well. Let's have a look. Put that there as well. Okay, so because of the Eight of Cups and Judgment. All right. So this is a change. This is like something, this is like a sudden change. All right, so Eight of Cups is all about walking away, and the Judgment energy is all about new beginnings. This is all about making a judgment. This is all about a sudden change when you get the Judgment energy. A sudden change. So you're worried. Are you worried about this person walking away, sudden changes, this person making a decision to walk away, a sudden decision to walk away? Is that what you're worried about? Why would they be worried about this? But this could also be, it doesn't have to be this person walking away. It could be about you, Libra, suddenly making this kind of life transformation. Because we've got the Eight of Cups energy showing here. And the Eight of Cups, I think this is Saturn in Pisces. So this is all about relinquishing the old and going into the new. So this might be something to do with yourself. This might be a personal transformation. This might be getting involved with someone, and it's going to be something very, very different for you. So you may be worried about having to personally transform. You might be worried about having to leave behind something in your life and move towards this personal transformation of the Judgment energy. So this might be about transformation. You're worried about this transformation, or how things are going to change in your life getting involved with this person, because it feels like this person may be very, very different to who you are. So we're asking, will you be satisfied? Depends if we're asking if this is an actual relationship, or whether, I think it's obviously a relationship, but how far in are we? How far in are we? Are you worried about somebody suddenly out of the blue with Judgment energies making a decision to leave the relationship? Or are you worried about kind of this transformation that you're going through, having to leave behind something? The Eight of Cups is a card about new beginnings as well. So this person is leaving the old and entering into the new. Are you worried about kind of leaving behind what is old in your life and entering into a new phase with the Judgment energy with this person? Is that what the worry is about? Why is Libra worried about this? Why is Libra worried about this, please? Because of the Temperance card. Okay. So because of Temperance. So Temperance is the Balance card. Temperance is all about emotional equilibrium. Okay, balance, justice, something being restored, balance, harmony being restored. Justice is also about the restoration about stuff. You know, it's all about order being restored. So this is all about emotional balance, balance being restored with the Justice energy showing here. These are very big energies around you, I think, here, Libra. It's almost like there's something here, and I don't think this is this person walking away from anything. I think it's you. I think it's you. And remember, with tarot, you can explain the cards in however you feel fit, as long as your intuition is playing a part here. I think this is something about you entering, because the Eight of Cups also means entering, and he's walking towards judgment. So you're entering this new phase. You're worrying about entering this new phase. Balance being restored here. So it's almost like you're kind of saying to yourself, is this the final phase now? I'm entering this new phase. Is my life, is there going to be a restoration of balance? Is it finally that balance is finally going to be restored here? So it's almost like more than anything, you're worrying about. It feels like there's a massive sacrifice here. It feels like there's a massive sacrifice that you're making for this individual here. And it's almost like you're taking, what I'm getting when I'm reading between the lines here, Libra, is that you're actually taking a gamble on this person. And the worry is it going to work out? Is this literally going to work out? Because if you look at Temperance, this is all about trying to gain balance. This is about equilibrium and harmony. So this is somebody who's trying to get some balance, an even flow of balance going on within their life. The Justice energy balances out really the Temperance card. If you look at Justice, it's balance. The scales are balanced. Temperance is where we're trying to achieve it. Justice is where it's achieved. And also it's funny because Temperance is about emotional balance and Justice is about mental balance. So it's about the head and the heart. So this is the head and this is the heart. You're trying to get some form of synergy between your head and your heart with both cards. Because this is about you feeling emotionally balanced and mentally balanced. You know, are your head and heart in sync with doing this? Because this is about you guys finally, after a long time, heading towards a new phase. So you're worried here because you're entering this new phase with this person. And you're saying, well, I ask what you're worried about. Well, it's about whether your head and your heart are in sync. Do you feel at one? Do you feel at peace mentally and emotionally with this new phase that you're entering into? Because it's a great worry to some of you guys. Some of you guys are like, I don't know. I really like this person, but I don't know whether I'm doing the right thing. It feels like you're making a massive sacrifice. Some of you guys, it may be up until the end of the year that you're actually, this person asks you, especially if they're from abroad, they might be asking you to go and live with them. What can you do to make this relationship successful? Speak your truth. I think you need to speak your truth with the Ace of Swords energy. I also feel with the Ace of Swords energy that you need to make certain sacrifices, because the Ace of Swords is all about change, and it's all about kind of cutting away from old ways of thinking as well. So I think that in order to make the relationship successful, it's about changing your mindset as well with the Ace of Swords energy. Not only speaking your truth to this individual, but changing your mindset, because that worry here, Libra, may be very much connected to the fact that this relationship means that you're entering this new phase with the Judgment. Because I think that with the Eight of Cups, you're entering a new phase with the Judgment energy. And the reason that you're so worried about this is because your head and your heart are not aligned. All right, it means your head and your heart are not aligned, because this is mental balance, this is emotional balance. So the head and the heart are not really aligned in this. All right. And it's funny because Temperance, if we look here, why we call this balance, I don't know. Because in a way, they're anything, but we're trying to get balance really with the Temperance card, but it's going to take time. The Justice card is more mentally balanced. You know, because both of the scales are aligned here, but the Temperance card is kind of lagging behind that. So it might be that your emotions are up and down concerning this situation. Though you know that something is the right thing to do with Justice, your emotions may need time to catch up with that. And it may be that in order to make this situation, this relationship successful, Libra, with the Ace of Swords, not only do you have to speak your truth, but you have to change the way that you think. You have to change your pattern of thinking, because it might be that you miss out on an opportunity of a lifetime with this individual because you can't let go of the things that you're still clinging to. All right, I think that there's a fear of change here concerning a person that comes in. You know, an example, you've always lived in, I don't know, you've always lived in the United States, you've always lived in Texas, for example, and you've got family there, and you've got friends there, and your community's there, and you've lived there all your life, and then an Englishman comes along and sweeps you off your feet, and within 6 months says, let's come and live in England, come and live in London with me. It's going to be a completely life-changing thing for you, Judgment energy, and you're entering this completely big life-changing moment with Judgment. It's a new phase, and it's Judgment, it's a transformation. So this your passage now is completely different. The trajectory of your life is completely different. And some of you guys are worried about that because your head and your heart are not in sync with it. Your head says this would be good to do, but your heart is still in Texas. Do you see where I'm coming from? You don't feel that you're ready for that. But the universe says, well, if you want the relationship to work, it's time to change the way that you think. Because the Ace of Swords is also a card that says change how you think. It's about cutting away from old patterns of thinking. Any advice for this relationship going forward or maybe outcome? Let's have a look. The advice is the Three of Cups energy for the relationship going forward. So in order for the relationship to be successful, I think that you need to really change, maybe cut away from old patterns of thinking, old ways of thinking with the Ace of Swords. And I feel that the advice for this relationship is enjoy it with the Three of Cups. Enjoy it with that Three of Cups energy. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it. And look at it as being something really positive, because it may be that you are entering into a really good partnership here. A really good partnership here. I think if you want to have happiness as well, you have to cut away from old ways of thinking as well, because it will be your thinking, I think, in the end, Libra, that really harms the relationship. It will be how you start. It will be the fact that you're clinging to certain things that will really determine whether you can, whether the relationship survives. Because I just feel that there's a relationship coming in that is going to bring in the opportunity of a lifetime. But unless you can get your head around that and say, okay, this is an opportunity for me to enhance my life, to grow, that type of thing. And unless you don't want to grow and you don't want to enhance and you don't want to change and you don't want to experience something new, it may be that you miss out on an opportunity of a lifetime with a person who I think will present you with something quite magnificent going forward. All right, that is your reading, Libra. Thanks for your time, my darlings. Take care. Bye-bye.